deal with airplane peanuts.
So I had the scam at Sears. The door was right by the music department. Was right by the door. I would park right there and just walk in. And every day I would take the Bruce Springsteen 4-package collection. It was like the hit of this. It was $99, like $89 for a Bruce Springsteen box. He's on the cover with a guitar in his hand. How do I remember? Because Bruce Springsteen put a lot of money in my pocket that year. They would displays of Bruce Springsteen, 5 at a time, and I would pick them up and walk out there. And I would go right to the hill, get my $200, and then I would go eat like a fucking sandwich or something. It was destruction. But then I was out on bail in the kidnapping case. And I was running out of money. And I go, you know what? I'm going to go back up to the CD store. So I started robbing them every other day. This went on for about a week or two.
Not many people can just say that sentence. I started robbing them every
I would go to the
day.
CD store every other day. I didn't want to be a fucking pig.
No, regulate yourself.
I had to go like every 2 or 3 days.
Monday, Wednesday,
There was a student center. I was tormenting them because they would buy books secondhand, and I would just pick up a stack of books. I wouldn't even walk in the front door. I just bring them up, and I go, my mother got me these, but I already got them. She wasn't thinking. And they go, do you want cash or a check? You know what? I don't need the cash, but I'll take it. And they would give me back the money for the books plus tax.
What's it like to not have a conscience?
It's tremendous.
That's the greatest life. Your life is incredible until you get caught. But then you have the stories.
What is it that you want me to do to change that? Like, that's why it pisses me off that people go after governors for putting blackface on, or the chief fucking judge because he covered some chick's mouth in 1982. You got nowhere to go. So if he would have came out and said, yeah, in 1982 I choked the girl at a party, he would have had to deal with that.
I don't know if it works in politics the same way.
Yes, it does.
It does.
Because it works in life that way. If you don't say it, if I get it out first, you got nowhere to go.
That helps. That can help.
You got nowhere to go. 8 Mile. When he goes, what are you gonna do when he goose on you about the girl? He goes, if you put it out there first, he's got nowhere to go.
Right. Yeah, because it diffuses the situation. Trump does that a lot. You watch Trump; he'll be like, "I did this," and he'll put a little spin on it to make it his way. It happened. There was a lot. It was not my problem. And then people are like, "Yeah, he did it. So what?"
It's not who I am today, but thinking back at who that person was that would be out on bail for kidnapping, and would go every other day to either the student center. Like one day, I went to the student center and had a watch rack with watches, Timex, whatever the fuck. I picked up the whole thing and put it on my shoulder like a body in Vietnam, and I just walked out. If you're going to let me rob and you're not going to pay attention to me, I got to rob you in those days. I was that nuts in Boulder.
Yeah, that's crazy, but you're getting away with it, so why would you stop?
Getting away, I would control myself.
Yeah, it sounds like it. That's not controlling yourself. What do you think controlling yourself is?
Dog, I would rob 24/7 I remember when double espresso machines came out in '95. I was a struggling comic.
I don't even hold on. Let me digest this. Because you're going into stories about stealing 24/7, and then I remember when double espressos came out.
Because I had control before I got arrested. You get to prison. I had no control. Like that's when I got caught. So I'm out on bail for the kidnapping. I get caught with like 85 fucking CDs, and they chase me like a little black guy in a golf cart and a little white skinny guy. Like, come back! And I'm running, throwing CDs back at him and shit, trying to throw them off.
Like you're a superhero.
Oh my god! And they got me. The cops finally got me, and I gave them a fake name. They arrested me, and I processed. Now I had just been in there for a month waiting to get bail. Every cop knew Joey. I went in there as Jimmy, and they're fingerprinting me, and I'm like, "How you doing?" Like, Joey, how you? And I'm looking at the fingerprint card. It's like Jimmy, whatever. And I'm like, these guys, if you're gonna be that stupid. And then I went back to court as that guy. I was younger. There was a kid in North Bergen I grew up with, and he had a name. He was one of those kids that he got stuck in his mother's pussy. So they had to use one of those forks to take his head out.
The tongs! The jaws of life. They got the jaws of life.
What was his name? Vinny Warhead. They used to call him his name. So they called him Vinny Warhead on the street. He was a little bit of a tart, but he was okay. He had a little drool to him and shit. So he wanted to be a fireman. That was his dream. I want to be a fireman. I want to be a fireman. I want to be a fireman. So they wouldn't make him a fireman, so they made him a volunteer fireman. But they gave him like a shield just to like appease him and shit.
Hat, they gave him
like,
the hat.
No, the hat wouldn't fit.
I was going to say, would the helmet fit?
That was the problem. They had to give him like a Halloween hat. like a witch's hat. So it could, if he got hit in the head with a brick, it would hurt him. So he sued the town of North Bergen because they wouldn't make him. He got his fucking diploma, but he sued the town of North Bergen because they wouldn't make him a fireman because they couldn't find a helmet to fit his head. So Vinnie Warhead said, fuck it. They gave him a little money to go away. So when Vinny,
they paid him off.
They paid him
They
off.
gave him the Michael Jackson money. They gave him the Michael Jackson.
They gave him like $25K to get a bicycle and a dog.
That's it? Just
$25K? I swear to my mother's grave.
That's all it takes to give up your dream?
So he was a volunteer fireman. They thought he would forget all about it, but no. He was showing up at the fires. So about a month into...
He wasn't even going in on the trucks? He would just show up?
He would just show up with like a truck with lights on it and shit. And then after a year, he started lighting his own fires.
Oh, no.
Just to put him out, just to have something to do.
No, and he would call the fire department, and before they get there, he'd come out running from the trees, and he'd go, I should be a fireman with his little witch hat on. He'd be yelling with his little witch hat on. I'm a better fireman than you guys. I got here before you, and I don't even have a house and a ladder with a speaker. Dog. I think he killed himself. They fucking arrested him and shit. Jesus. And poor little Vinnie Warhead iced himself. I think. I don't know the whole story. This is United LAX to Newark. I'm sitting there. The plane lands. The plane's about to land, and I take my phone out. And I turn the phone on. And the guy in the window seat says, and I look at him and he goes, turn the phone off. A German guy. There's two German guys sitting next to me. They were fucking, whatever the fuck language they talk. Nazi hate, Jew haters, whatever the fuck they are. And they're both sitting there fucking hocking each other to death, fucking hee-ho and whatever the fuck they do with their hands and shit. So, finally, can you believe this? He goes, not even excuse me.
Yeah.
Sir, we might get in trouble. He goes, turn the phone off. And I go, what? And he goes, turn the phone off. And the guy in the middle goes, did you not hear him? Turn the phone off. I go, bro, who the fuck do you think you're talking to? I go, don't ever fucking tell me to do anything. Go fuck you and fuck him. And they're both going, wait till we get off the plane. We'll see. I go, well, we'll fucking see. And the stewardess is like, is there a problem? And I go, this fucking hump tried to tell me to turn the fucking phone off. And she's like, control your language and all this. I'm going, no. I'm not controlling my language. Don't ever fucking tell somebody. Don't you ask them. And the guy kept talking. And finally I go, what if I got up and just kicked you against that fucking door right now? Because you're in the last seat. I wouldn't be saying a word if I was you. Because if I start swinging, I could be a fucking madman. Why are you talking if you're in the third seat in the fucking aisle? All I see you is holding your hands up and me stomping on you. That's all I see. You got a no-win situation. You could be Johnny MMA. I get the first drop on you. That leg weighs 265. Once it goes into you, I'm going to keep putting my leg into you and kicking you and your fucking Hitler buddy here. So the fucking stewardess comes, separates us, because I told him.
How long ago was this?
This had to be...
last week.
No. Around that time. This was like an incident.
Okay.
I kept having. The Sopranos was hotter than hell.
Yeah.
At that time. So I was having different fucking incidents every other fucking week. Some of them were good. Some of them were people busting my balls about the Soprano, that you were the guy. Take
Big
a
puss,
picture.
yeah.
Yeah. It was just like an ongoing. So now they separate us on the plane. Because I told the guy, what if I started kicking you right now? What are you going to do? Are you retarded? You can't be that fucking stupid. Talking all that shit in the fucking third seat. I wouldn't say a word. I'd wait till I get in the hallway where I got an even chance. But that's how stupid you are. So the stewardess comes over. She gets me up, and sure enough, you got to sit here until the police have been notified.
What?
God damn it. So now I'm aggravated because my friend, in those days, we had no dough. You had to have your friend circle like a fucking strutz around the airport. So I'm like, my friend's waiting for me. They go, no, you're the last guy to board. You're unboarding with the pilot. So we get up, and I forgot. I'm in New Jersey. So as soon as I see the cops, all I got to do is get to them first. All I got to do is get to that cop first and let him hear me. So that's exactly what I did. I went right up to the cop, and I go, this fucking guy The cop's like, what's your problem here? This fucking guy tried to tell me to turn the phone off, and the guy started with his fucking white shit. Well, the phone is not supposed to be turned on. I'm like, shut up. I'm like, first of all, you're the fucking away team, motherfucker. Once I said that, it was on. I go, you're the away team. You got no say in this. This is Jersey. You don't tell somebody from Jersey to turn the fucking phone off. Fuck this guy. Fuck him. Don't ever fucking talk to somebody like that. And the cops were like, he's got you there.
Yeah.
So the one cop walked them, and the one cop walked with me, and I just kept saying shit. Remember, you're the away team, motherfucker. Don't ever forget that shit. We got you.